Well, what's happening, guys? This is Paul, also known as the Philly Flipper. If you guys are new to my channel, on this top 10 series, I discuss my top 10 sales from the past week. So from Monday to Friday, and then I do a whole weekend sales video, which gets released every Wednesday, where I discuss every single sale that I had in the weekend. By top 10 sales, again, means just my top 10 favorite sales that happened. Doesn't mean it's my top 10 biggest sales or biggest ROI sales. It's just top 10 sales that happened, sales that I can give you guys a little more info about, maybe share a couple bolos with you and stuff like that. So I got some good feedback from you guys on this series on my Instagram and on YouTube. So I got a suggestion to include some data on all the sales, on where I get them, what platform they come from, and stuff like that. So I decided to include that slide. So you nerds like Tommy Bernard or Dave Thursday after work, those of you guys like stats and numbers and analytics, I include a slide for you guys. But yeah, that's enough rambling. Let's jump right into it. So here is the numbers data slide for all you nerds. Last week I had 41 sales on eBay for $828. I had 3 sales on Mercari for $54. I had 3 sales on Poshmark for $59, and I had 2 sales on Facebook Marketplace for $50, which is a grand total of 49 sales for $991. The reason why I think these numbers are pretty low, the Mercari, Poshmark, and Facebook ones, is because I think I spent a grand total of maybe 30. Because I think I spent maybe like a grand total of like 10 or 20 minutes this week cross-posting. That's it. It was a pretty busy week for me. It was my last week of doing full-time moving, so I had a bunch of loose ends I had to tie up with, a lot of customers I had to call and tell them and switch a bunch of stuff with my business and all that fun stuff. On top of that, I had to work. I had to move people, all that fun stuff. But I am starting full-time this week, so I hope I have more time to cross-post. I better have more time to cross-post. And so I hope to see these numbers, the Mercari, Poshmark, and the Facebook ones increase. But that's my total for last week, 49 for 991. I will definitely take it. Okay, so talk about the first one. I sold this really creepy Ashton Drake Galleries porcelain doll. Her name is Sugar Plum, and she scares the hell out of me. So I'm glad she's out of my warehouse and into somebody else's life. But she sold for $35, and she sold on eBay. I got her from the Santa storage unit. I paid $300 for that unit. That's the one I opened live on YouTube. My first ever time going on YouTube live, I opened this storage unit. My cost of goods is less than $1 because there is so much stuff in there. And some of the stuff was these dolls, and I probably have like 2 totes full of these creepy porcelain dolls. The reason I am including her on the list is because I've seen these dolls before at yard sales. I've seen them before in Goodwill, and they sell for between probably $1 or $5. So if you want to pick one up and flip it for $35, you can probably do that. It does take quite a bit of work and research to figure out what kind of doll you actually have. If you have to look up different serial numbers and find them on their neck, on their back, on their hands, and it's a lot of research to do, but if you're okay with doing it, you can definitely make some money on it. This doll took about a month to sell, so if you pick it up for like $2 at a yard sale and flip it for $35 in a month, that's not too shabby. So here you go, this doll right here sold. Okay, let's go to number 2. Number 2 is this Sony PS1 gray controller. Those of you guys who are just getting into reselling, anything that's video game related is usually a pretty easy sell, fast sell, easy to pack, easy to ship, and usually get a good feedback out of it. So here's a Sony PS1 controller. I got these guys on Nextdoor. I paid $10 for a lot of 20 items from the guy, which included controllers, some games, some cases. I got some like old NES controllers and an NES gun out of it as well. So my cost of goods is 50 cents on it, and it sold on eBay for $15. I had 5 of them, and this is the last one to sell. So they all sold. It sold in about 2 months. So that's pretty cool. Those of you who are looking for stuff to source, download the app called Nextdoor. Nextdoor is like Craigslist, but for your local area. And there's a lot of good stuff you can find. Your neighbors and stuff are putting stuff for sale, and they are not charging that much for it. And it's only your broad like Nextdoor area, so there's not that much competition to get stuff. So usually if something is for sale, I message them and I'm usually get there first. So if you're looking for stuff to source, definitely get the Nextdoor app and click on the for sale section. You can probably find some good stuff. I always just try to click a couple of apparel brands. because I know a lot of people who follow me sell apparel. I have a ton of clothes that I have for sale. So I try to always include a couple brands for you guys to be on the lookout for. This one's called 4-Leaf. So this Anthropologie 4-Leaf women's halter dress sold. Didn't sell for that much. Sold for $20. I sold it on Poshmark. I got it in a consignment store for $2.50. And I think the reason it was available because the only thing that was on there was 4-Leaf. You can see there's no name Anthropologie, there's no name Urban, nothing like that. It just says 4-Leaf. But 4-Leaf is a brand that Anthropologie does sell. So if you go to your thrift stores, your consignment stores, and you see the brand 4-Leaf, that is definitely a good brand for you guys to pick up. I've sold a couple of 4-Leaf things for like $30-$35. I've sold a couple things for $20-$25, and I think I still have like 3 or 4 4-Leaf things left to sell. Decent brand for you guys to be on the lookout for. 4-Leaf. Well, this is a cool one. I sold this vintage West Germany cuckoo clock with music box. I sold it as is. I got $50 plus shipping on this thing, and it sold on eBay, and I got it from the flea market storage unit, which I paid $40 for. I talked about the storage unit all the time, so I'm not gonna talk about the unit that much, but my cost of goods is less than a quarter of just how much stuff was in that unit. So I probably could have got a lot more for this clock if it was in good shape, but the clock was missing the acorn weights, and the back of it was busted, and there was probably stuff missing from the back. That's why I sold it as is. You can see still like a little chip up here as well. But for somebody who wants to restore clocks, this is probably a good one for him to restore, because look how just beautiful it is. Like hand carved in the front. You got the rabbit, got the peasant here, and got the little dentist here. I had the cuckoo still. The cuckoo was still inside, and this one had the music box, which is pretty rare. So still as is in the shape that it was, I still got $50 for it. But this is another cool thing I want to share with you. This is not really a bolo or anything like that, but it was just a cool thing that went through. It's just a cool thing that went through my hands and went to somebody else. I wanted to share with you guys. This is a Mabel Mercer Echoes of My Life vinyl that was signed by her. So you can see it says "With Love to Ray" from Mabel. So that's pretty cool. I actually never heard of her until I got this vinyl record. I looked her up, and she's a cabaret singer from England. She did a bunch of cool jazz songs, and I never heard of her until I got the record. So that was pretty cool. I got this record on an online auction on highbid.com. I got this early last year, probably like March or April last year, when there was really not much opportunities to source anywhere because all the thrift stores were closed. There was no yard sales. My storage auctions were very limited. So I started doing online auctions on Highbid and finding different little lots and stuff to buy. And I found this like history lot on Highbid. I paid like $8 for the whole lot, and I got a bunch of stuff out of it. A bunch of old historical documents and newspapers and stuff like this. And this was part of that lot. And this thing sold for $25 on eBay. Oh, another cool piece that I want to share with you guys. I had to share this duck. I sold this T collections or Thai collections, TII. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Collections Christmas Santa duck figurine. It's made of resin. It's pretty tall. It's probably like 13 inches tall. It sold for $30 on eBay. I got it from a free pick. I did the free pick early January. So this was before my rag series, so I couldn't include it in that. But I still got it for free, and it sold for $30. It was just too cool not to share. Look at this duck, man. Such a cool duck. But the reason I guess I'm sharing this because if you guys see TII collections, that stuff sells on eBay. And another reason why I'm sharing this is because Christmas stuff, guys, sells all year round. It's March, and a Christmas decoration sold. So don't be afraid to list your Christmas stuff in any. So don't be afraid to list Christmas stuff at any season. Next, I sold this Catholic Pope John Paul II New American Illustrated Bible. I got this Bible at Goodwill for $1, and it sold on eBay for $35. Now, it took quite a bit to sell, and it took a lot of price dropping for it to move. You can tell by the back, that is my table in my basement. So I listed this Bible before I had a warehouse. So this thing took probably almost 2 years to move. But it still sold. So if you guys find like cool Bibles, illustrated Bibles, they do sell, but takes quite a bit. I think I listed it originally for like $60, and then dropped the price quite a bit, and then somebody sent me an offer for $35, and I took it. But yeah, you can find Bibles for pretty cheap, for $1 or less, and they sell for some decent money. Next, I sold these two Philips Respironics full face cushions. I got these at the waterfall unit in Philadelphia. I still want to spend $20 on. I had a bunch of stuff in it, so my cost of goods is less than a quarter, just because of how much stuff I got for it. And I actually sold 2 sets of these this week. I had 3 sets to sell from that storage unit, and I sold one for $35. I sold another one for $30. And yeah, they both sold this week, so that's pretty cool. These are masks for the sleep apnea machine, and the sleep apnea machine is like a gray area on eBay. I still haven't figured out properly what you're allowed to sell from it and what you're not allowed to sell. I know the machine itself you're not allowed to sell it, but I've sold 2 already on eBay. There's a way to get around it, but I'm not going to tell you guys how. But if you want to risk it, you can sell the sleep apnea machine. I've sold tubes before, but then I had tubes taken down. But the cushions so far, these like cushions itself, I've had no problem selling. I think the masks you have to have a medical degree to sell, and the tubes you do, but the cushions itself you're allowed to sell. It's just a bunch of red tape, and it's not really anything that's like illegal. It's just the insurance companies want to charge you an arm and a leg for these things, and they don't want you to go to eBay and buy it for cheaper, and that's the reason why you can't sell it. If you find sleep apnea stuff, just be careful of what you can list, what you can't list, because if it is something that the insurance companies don't want you listing, they will take it down. But I did sell 4 of these this week. Next, we got this Catherine's red dotted shift size dress. The size 4X is sold for $32, guys. $32. It's sold on eBay. People are asking what brands sell well on eBay. Well, Catherine's, that's definitely a good brand for me. I probably sell at least 1 Catherine item a week, and I get between $15 to $25 for this. This was a little bit of an outlier. $32 for this, but it's sold. I got it from the wheelchair storage unit. That was a storage unit that had a wheelchair, a walker, and a bunch of clothes in it. That was during one of my breaks from YouTube, so you guys probably didn't see a video for it. But there was just a bunch of clothes in there, a bunch of cool vintage clothes. And this was one of the items in there, and it sold in probably like 4 days. This thing sold really quick, guys. Catherine's sells. And like proof right here, this thing sold for $32 and sold like in 4 days. And the last thing I'll talk about is hats. That slide last week that said Old Navy sells. The sell slide for this week is hats. I think I sold 4 hats this week. So I was like, okay, I probably should talk about hats a little bit. If you're new to reselling and you're looking for things to source, you get some good ROI on it, hats are a pretty good place to start. You usually get between $10 and $20 per hat, regardless of what hat it is. The vintage logo hats get you a decent amount of money. The cross-colored hats get you more money, like right here, this Yankees hat. The Yankees are usually sold in blue, like navy blue or black, not usually red. So if it's a red hat, probably got more money for it. This sold on Mercari, this sold on eBay. But I've sold hats before for $40, $50. I've seen hats sell for $100 plus on eBay. You can usually find them at yard sales for $1 or $2. You can find them at Goodwill for $1 or $2. And it's really easy to look up. Just look up the logo. This was New York Yankees. Look up the brand, fitted New Era, and then say if it's fitted or not. Like this hat right here, if you guys can tell, this one's fitted because there's no adjustable strap on it. The adjustable ones are the ones you can clip on and adjust. So type in fitted or type in adjustable. Look up the comps and you can find out if they sell or not. So hats definitely sell. And then, like always, I want to end the video off with the people who bought from me. I want to say thank you to all you people. I had 3 viewer sales this week. All were on Johnny's Hala Dollar show. So a shout out to Johnny, Cajun Roots reseller. So the first one I sold was this Web of Spider-Man comic book to Horizon Picks. Horizon, man, you're a legend. This is like the 3rd or 4th thing that he bought for me, man. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to put Horizon's link in the description below. Make sure you guys click on his videos, give him a sub, show him some love. So this Hooters pin to Chuck, who told me in secret that he's a huge Hooters fan. So guys, if you have anything that's Hooters, message Chuck, he will probably buy it from you. Just kidding. But Chuck is a really cool dude. He has also has a cool YouTube channel. If you guys want to watch some cool things and laugh, Chuck is a really funny dude. I'll put his link down below. And then last but not least, I sold this a Star Wars collector's watch to Johnny with Cajun Roots Reseller. I am Johnny's new co-host on the morning show. So those of you guys who be watching my channel, you're going to see quite a bit of Johnny on the channel. So I'll leave his link down below as well. Make sure you guys give him a like and a sub as well. So that's it for this top 10 video, guys. Thanks again for watching. If there's something you guys think I should change or add, please let me know. I'm willing to add things and take things away based on suggestions if I agree with them and not. So that's going to be it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.